Going on, Failroaders? I'm Joshua Thomas, and we've got something a little different. I say that sometimes, but this is definitely different. We're playing PowerWash Simulator, but we're washing stuff from Final Fantasy VII Remake. And you know what? I figure, why not? Let's just do this. Let's try this out. I've got to try out as many things Final Fantasy VII as possible, and here it is. So yeah, let's go ahead and I mean look at this. I've done a lot of cleaning so far, but oh man, we've got a ways to go. My goal here was to get to hey, welcome those of you who just joined. Yeah, my goal was to get to 7th Heaven like last night, and that didn't happen. We get pop-up messages here. We've received reports of gang activity in the Sector 5 Undercity, most likely Don Corneo's lackeys. I do actually enjoy the pop-ups that they have here. I briefly considered deploying the Scorpion against them, but realized they are the definition of small fry. It would be a waste of company resources to eliminate them. I actually did receive one from Tifa a little bit ago. A much more fitting target would be those eco-terrorists that go by the name Avalanche. Sorry, that's not my best Heidegger voice, but you know what, it's about as close as we can get. So yeah, join me here for some what might be ASMR. I don't know, you tell me. Or I mean, hold on, let me get my ASMR voice on. What's going on, Failroaders? No. You guys tell me if y'all have played PowerWash Simulator. I'm playing it now, so that you don't have to. And if you've got any questions, let me know. We're basically just going to talk about whatever we want to talk about in terms of Final Fantasy VII Remake and Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. And I'm going to try and get to... Good grief, I'm going to try and get to 7th Heaven so that we can power wash 7th Heaven and actually see. I power washed the Hardy Daytona and the Hauler. And if the game volume is too loud, let me know and I can turn that down. Look at this. You press the tab button, you can see where all the dirt is, which is actually really convenient. I'm going to try and power through this. Pun intended. And it actually gave you sort of a time frame of when you're actually here in Midgar. They even have this little scenario like, hey, thanks for coming out here. I know you've traveled a long way to get here to Midgar to help power wash stuff. So it's a little funny. I'm going to try this mode right here. That might be more pleasing to the eyes. But yeah, anyway, just talk whatever we want to talk about in terms of Final Fantasy VII Remake, theorizing Rebirth stuff. Happy to go over stuff that I've already done in previous videos. This is just here to relax and clean a giant guard scorpion that will later try to kill our party. When I was washing the Hardy Daytona, Reeve Tuesti is the one whose messages you would see on the side there. And he was like, man, by the end of it, he was like, man, these look so good, we're going to put them in the main lobby. And I'm just like, okay, so I have arrived here before the events of Final Fantasy VII, which it's, once again, unnecessary, but kind of neat that they did that. Let's see here. I feel like I'm not going to make it to 7th Heaven. Like, this is going to take a while to clean. and I get ADD. There we go. What is this? Grime and bioresidue. So in a previous message, Heidegger mentioned putting this against Hojo's test subjects. So I wonder if that bioresidue is former soldiers. He mentioned something about augmented humans or like superhumans or something like that. What we got here? So this this power washing Final Fantasy VII stuff actually comes free with PowerWash Simulator, and I guarantee that that will actually drum up sales. I mean, they got me to get it. They got me to get it just to see what this is about, just to show you guys what it's about. I've already power washed a lot of it, and I will say this too. It is actually kind of neat seeing this guard scorpion when it's not trying to kill us. Oh man, the underbelly still has dirt. Where's the dirt? We'll figure it out. Anyway, one thing that gets me, that I'm still trying to figure out, well, that it still just makes me wonder, is leg wheel. No, wait, what? Leg wheel. Where? Up there. Oh, I got something. The eye socket. Alright, let's get back to these legs. These legs are kind of the hardest part, because of all these nooks and crannies they have. So, every time I think about how Zack's going to be involved in Rebirth, I keep wondering where they're going to show Zack. Like, where are they going to have him appear? Because clearly, at the end of Remake and in the trailer for Rebirth, he is in Midgar. And I'm actually a little surprised in that. I'm wondering if they're going to have portions of Rebirth take place in Midgar in the very beginning with Zack. Because that would be assets, you know, that's taking up gigs right there. That's taking up gigs that could otherwise be used. Let's see what we got here. This is still dirty. There we go. I think I know where it is. Not a ladder. Boom, got it. There we go. It is a little forgiving too. Yes, you don't have to get like 100% of the dirt and grime on each of these parts. It's also neat, there we go, that it's like it even names these, like it got intricate in naming all these different parts. Abdomen bolt. Like there's an abdomen bolt there. There's the light. Abdomen light. Leg suspension. Leg guard. Someone had to name all these different parts and be like, yep, yeah, this part's separate from this part, and all that kind of stuff. Oh my god, so much orange. But, so let me know what you think. Let me know if you think that we're going to first, like, let me know if you think we're going to get to play as Zack in Rebirth as well. Because, you know, the devs, of course, said in the beginning, hey, we're not going to have any other playable characters other than the original characters from the OG. And then, of course, we've, you know, the devs have kind of pushed the limits of the truth of what they're saying. Like I said, I'm at 80. I'm gonna move to all these different parts just to see something new. It'd be awesome if they actually had the music from the game playing. I don't know if there is any music in PowerWash Simulator. Like, I tried to see if there was a way to turn some on in this level, but I did not see anything. Let me know if this is therapeutic for you as well. Like, I don't mind playing this, and that's a weird thing too. It's like, it's one of those weird things where when I first saw PowerWash Simulator, I was like, this is a game? It was on the front page, like the front banner of Steam. And when I saw it, I was just like, this is a joke, right? This is a joke. But no. I wonder... metal cleaner. Alright. Are we doing anything? I don't think we are. It still says claws dirty. Alright, it must be on the top. Let's go He-Man on the scaffolding here. Nope. There we go. That's where it was. Got it. Got it. Alright. You do run out of the cleaning liquid. And if you're cleaning the proper type of thing, like it tells you in the upper left corner, hey, you're looking at metal. So if you have metal cleaner, it works really well. If you have wood cleaner and you're spraying it on metal, not so much. Not do anything, and you got to be a certain distance away too. But this could help expedite the cleaning process. Oh, nope, fell. And we're back to the leg. Back to the legs. Nope. All right. All right, fine, we'll go here. So I'm thinking we gotta switch because that's like bio grime or something like that. I'm thinking it would be neat to see Zack in Midgar to begin with. Heidegger, I imagine Reeve fed you some feel-good trip about his plans for the future, didn't he? I don't remember, honestly. He sees the world through rose-colored glasses. But what he doesn't realize is that those lenses are oh, missed it. Oh well. So yeah, I think it would be interesting to see what locations Zack is going to appear in. I hope it's not just that he appears at the beginning and maybe one time in the middle to remind us, oh yeah, he exists in this world, and then shows up somewhere towards the end just to die, you know, to save the party or something. Lots of theories on saving the party in some way. I have seen also a lot of stuff talking about what kind of punk Final Fantasy VII is, whether it's steampunk, cyberpunk. Those are the two I hear the most. And so I'm actually doing research, and I hope people enjoy this video. I'm actually doing research to see what exactly Final Fantasy VII does fall under the category of. And feel free to leave a comment on your thoughts on it. I think it is going to disappoint some people based on the research I've done so far. I'll probably get some arguments in comments. Talking about how, oh, well, you didn't research this website, did you? That kind of thing. But let me know. Let me know what you think. What punk style best describes Final Fantasy VII and Final Fantasy VII Remake? Just the world in general. Or do you even think it deserves to be categorized in some kind of punk style? Like, do you think that's over-categorizing it or under-categorizing it? Or that it shouldn't be categorized at all? You know, it's its own separate entity. This would be the time to have some lo-fi FF7 music, but I don't have that set up. I'm so sorry, guys. But yeah, so... And I know that the terms, these different punk styles, from the research I've done so far, are kind of loosely categorized at best. Like, there is no solid single definition for, like, steampunk or diesel punk or cyberpunk. And there are a lot more punk styles out there than just those. You gotta get pretty detailed here. Once again, you don't have to get 100% of the grime off of each part for it to clear it, but you gotta get a lot of it off. You gotta get like 99% of it. And then it just throws you a bone with the other 1%. Thankfully. Thankfully, this game's not that anal. I want to get to Tifa's bar. We're nowhere close. There's this mug too, so the camera doesn't move nearly as much. Let me know if y'all like this mode better so it's not so motion-y. Let's get the outside of this leg. Oops. Yeah, that's the stuff right there. Cleaning all the biomass off of this killer robot. This is the life. So I'm thinking by the end of this, it's going to, like, Heidegger's going to say something like, oh, you know what? We need to deploy this to the reactor, Sector 1 reactor or something like that. Because, you know, of course they want to tie it in. Like, we've been infiltrated. Thanks for cleaning this. Now it's time to go get more blood and guts on it. Oh, I'm sorry, more biomass. One thing I've never talked about in a video, it was one thing that I meant to just make like a short video on, was my thoughts on Aerith in Remake. You know, there's this bit of mystery about her, of what exactly is she? Is she this Aerith who has time traveled from the future? Or is she like the innocent Aerith that we know from the OG? And I think there's a little bit of a mixture. I feel like based on the scenes that I've seen with her, and based on what she knows, like what she's able to infer, I feel like, you know, a lot of people theorize she just went back in time and she is just trying to pretend like she doesn't know. Is this thing clean? It's not clean. Where is the dirt? Seriously. There we go. This thing's just got like a fraction of some dirt on it too. So I feel like, based on what we know of her, she has been, you know, Sephiroth, of course, has in some way come back in time. You know, whether you like the wibbly-wobbly, timey-wimey aspect of Remake or not, it's happened. Sephiroth came back in time. I think Aerith, however, has only sent herself information back in time. And I base this on the fact that, yes, she is aware of certain things. She's obviously got information, and she, in some cases, sort of hints at it, or just plain out tries to say it to people in the game. But then there are also scenes where it seems like, man, she's just being her genuine self like she was in the OG, and of course that could just be her being her. Or that could be the fact that, yes, she is indeed still sort of our innocent Aerith, and who doesn't know everything. What did I just get? Something cannon? Alright. Now, there is one part in the game where 100% future Aerith, and that is the part where we get the dream sequence with Cloud Strife. You know, that's her resolution scene, Aerith's resolution scene, after she's been kidnapped, beginning of chapter 14. That is 100% future Aerith. And my theory here is that, and I don't think it's been confirmed, that she is using that intense amount of live stream energy that has been created due to all the death to actually come and talk to Cloud. Whether it be in a dream or whether it be, you know, yeah, he actually did walk out there, whatever you want to believe. That is 100% OG Aerith right there. Or Aerith from, I guess you could say, Advent Children. Once again, I have the game volume lower just so the pressure washer isn't so intense, but do let me know if it's too loud. But other than that, you know, like the scene in the park where Aerith is sitting next to Cloud on the slide. She feels very genuine there, like very genuine, like herself. And she doesn't seem, you know, like in the resolution sequence where she's like, you can't fall in love with me. Like, that's future Aerith talking. That's future Aerith saying, hey, I never got a chance to say goodbye to you, so I'm coming back now to say goodbye to you, to say the things that I wish I could have said. And one of the big things is, you know, I'm happy for all the memories and all the time that we spent together. In game, they really only spent like a day and a half with each other at that point. So for her to have that message at that point, her being herself, it wouldn't make sense. If that makes sense. So yeah, definitely in the resolution scene, that's future Aerith. But other than that, it is, you know, innocent Aerith who has just been given knowledge and not necessarily is the future Aerith. Because in the park scene, you know, she scoots up close to him, really inquiring about him, things that she wouldn't know at that time that future Aerith would know. And yeah, you could argue that she's just trying to copy what she did in the past, but I don't think so. So I think this is an Aerith who, sort of similar to Cloud, has been given knowledge and isn't quite sure what to do with it yet. But let me know what you guys think. Head casing. Front wheel casing. Head casing. Alright. Let's get this thing cleaned. This thing's annoying me. Scanner base as well. Scanner lens cleared. All these tiny pieces. This is still dirty. Ah, found it. Stay still. It's like the last 1% is the hardest to get. We're getting there, though. We're getting there. Don't freaking look down. There we go. Got it. We are getting there. Getting one step closer to go into the 7th heaven. To pressure wash it. And I am curious to see when exactly we get to 7th heaven in PowerWash Simulator, which is something I never thought I would be saying. Once again, let me know if you're just joining us if the game volume's too loud. I have it turned up for me. Is this ASMR for you, or SMR? I also want to do a video talking about little things that you may have missed, even if you've played through the game multiple times. Little things that, you know, looking at lots and lots of streamers, whoa, I'm just like, wait a second, they're all not quite getting it. And, you know, yeah, it is their first playthrough, perhaps, of the game. But I'm just like, you know, if they're not getting it, how many other people aren't getting it on their first, second, or even third playthrough of the game? Just little specks here and there. Coincidentally, so those of you who don't know, I'm in the National Guard, and I recently had to pressure wash an extremely dirty vehicle. I was driving it down the road. I had noted that it had an oil leak, and so I had some of the guys in my squad look at it. I said, hey, look, there's an oil leak here. I'm not quite sure where it's coming from. Bonsoir, Monsieur FailroadExpress. Comment, Kava. Lockmere is the best. You son of a bitch, Lockmere. Troubadour Poet, what's going on, man? Lockmere, what are you up to? What are you playing today? Lockstockmore. I'm sorry, Lockstockmore. For those of you who are just joining me, did you understand what I asked? I understood that you were speaking French. Comment cava? No, I don't know what that means in French. Good evening, and how are you? Doing good. Got PowerWash Simulator. We're power washing a guard scorpion, probably so it can go guard one of the reactors here very soon. And Lockstockmore, yes, you are not indeed Lockmere. Rock and Stone. I just want to get to 7th heaven. Como se va? French is 50% accent, lol. When do you blow up the reactor? In the very first mission or dungeon, I guess you could call it. I got to... Let me get to these hard to reach places. Lockstockmore, what do you think of this hardcore cleaning action going on here? That was perfect pronunciation of that phrase. Thanks. I did take French in high school, and I tell you what, I would have failed that class if it weren't for the fact that the teacher went really easy on us. And it's not for lack of trying, but I have just come to learn that I am horrible at learning other languages. I tried Spanish, of course, is what they teach us in grade school. I quickly found, like in 3rd grade, that I was falling behind the rest of the class. Took French in high school and then German in college, and I did okay with German too. You know, I just passed it by the skin of my teeth. I don't remember them cleaning it first. Yeah, no, this is you're playing as the alternate character who they cut from the game, who was a PowerWash technician, which is a job class that is rarely used in Final Fantasy, but one that they considered. Power washer. And this is the tale of that no-name power washer who came to Midgar from a faraway place. Oh my god, I'm at 97%. Oh my gosh, there we go. Okay, get in the dings. There we go. Oh no, that job is called Ninja? Going in GoldenEye mode right here. Oh, so grimy. There we go. The problem is in America that for a long time they don't focus on other languages for children. My grandmother only spoke to me in French. I took Spanish in high school because I already knew French well. That's probably would have been like the best bet for me learning another language, would have been if I had family members who spoke it, but alas, I didn't have any. But yeah, I think it would have to have been some immersion like that. Wait, that's already clean. No fall damage in this game. There we go. That one's good. More down there. Hell yeah, ding ding. That's the sound I like to hear. Can I make this move? Nope. When do you think Rebirth advertising will begin? I need some new footage in my life. Colombian kid, I need new footage in my life too. So there's this game show coming up where Brianna White and Cody Christian are both hosting it, and a lot of people are theorizing that if both of them are hosting this game show, or this showcase I should say, that they've got to show something of Rebirth in there. Like, that would be too much of a tease for them to just, oh yeah, we were just the guest hosts, you know. So they would be cool if that's when they show it. Have you ever been to Quebec and Montreal? I've actually never been to Canada. Lock Stockmore, these are the hot gaming topics you came to chat about. Alright, change the subject, Lock Stockmore, if that is your real name. Let's see. So we're like 3.5 months away from Final Fantasy 16, and I still haven't pre-ordered mine yet. I need to do that. Oh my gosh, we're getting so close. 98%. Here we go. I'm seeing less and less. I actually played 15 in French. Very interesting way to play. You can play it in German too, I believe. You know what? I wonder if that would be a good way to learn a game. I mean, learn another language, like having played it in English first and then playing it in a separate language. Although I think I would get frustrated. Like, I would have to have a basis of knowledge, which I kind of do for French and German. I really hope they drop a tease at that gaming event. Having both actors, especially Cody, who doesn't really do much press on 7, is interesting. Yeah, that is like the big thing right there. Having Cody Christian there, you know, like, he has probably done the least amount of work as far as promoting the game itself, so it's like, it feels like the hint is there. It feels like he is going to be there because they are dropping some new footage. Maybe not necessarily a trailer, but like new teaser footage. But yeah, we're 3.5 months away from the release of Final Fantasy 16, so I imagine they are going to want to start ramping up the trailers that they show, because they started ramping up trailers. Well, they've been ramping up trailers pretty good for 16 for a while, but a year out, they started doing that. And of course, they want to give 16 some breathing room. So I imagine they'll release one more trailer, if anything, for 7 Remake, because they need to, because once we hit 16, once 16 actually debuts, we're probably only 5 to 6 months out from the release of 7 Rebirth. So I imagine, yeah, having Cody Christian there is like a huge hint that some sort of information is going to be dropped. Sweet. More stuff done. Where is this? I'm ready for Heidegger. Just tell me I'm done. I actually lived in Germany, in Nuremberg, for half a summer. When I graduated, I studied piano for a summer program at a conservatory. Man, you sound like you've gotten to go to a lot of places. I have been to the country that I have seen the most in Europe is actually Romania. And once again, that was for the National Guard as well. Went there on a training mission years ago. There we go. Holy crap, get it. Oh my god, what do we have left? That one right there. What's left? My dad is from Italy, but his mom is French and his dad is Italian. Okay, I'm not seeing anything. Let's take a look here. The back plate. Front wheel hood. I still have to get the front wheel hood? Okay, hold on. Left ball joint. Okay, this stuff is all over the place. Oh man, it's gonna be so annoying finding all this stuff. Front wheel. Oh, I saw it. Saw it there. Here we go. Nope. There we go. My lineage is Scot-Irish and French. But I've lived in America all my life. There we go. Oh, so much I missed over here. I always wanted to go to Romania, Transylvania, and go to Bram Castle. Got to go there. The real Dracula castle is called... I'm going to butcher this name. Poignori... Yeah. Noiri, I think. It's ruins, but it's fascinating learning the fact and fiction. Absolutely. We did get to go to Bram Castle. It was enjoyable to go there just to see a castle, and Romania in general is just filled with so many old, I forget what style of church they said it was, but the churches were built like fortresses, basically. Hard to reach spots. Sweet. So we got to go to the city of Brasov too, which is right there in Transylvania as well. That's a very nice mix. My dad was in the Navy and we lived in England. Ah, okay. For 6 months. Then the next year I lived in France for 9 months in Toulouse, South France. Okay. My joke with French is as long as you don't pronounce the last letter of every word, you're almost always right. Let me know if that's correct or not. Where's that ladder at? Let's get this shit done. In most cases, that's actually true, yeah. And for really long words, you just pronounce the first syllable. That's it. Case in point, Les Mis. There we go. What do you guys think will be in the next trailer? I'm curious to hear that. What do you guys think will be in the next Rebirth trailer? What are they going to reveal to us? Oh, not close enough. I think in Rebirth it will throw us all for a loop and won't be anything we're expecting. One free program that has helped my friend on phone is called Duolingo. Duolingo? Yes, Les Mis, yeah. I mean, I do trust the devs in that they say it is going to be mostly the same as it was in the OG game, which we can... And I've said this before, you know... In Remake, there's a lot of stuff that people don't complain about, even though it wasn't in the OG, because it was mainly an expansion of what was in the OG. These claws done. I'm hitting tab and I'm not seeing dirt, so... Can I get up here? I'm so used to playing DRG where I can just spam the jump button. Not true in PowerWash Simulator. Nope, can't spam. So I do think, especially when it comes to, once again, like the last 5% of the game, maybe more than that, since it's going to be Rebirth and involving Zack, but I do believe that there are going to be some things that no one has been able to guess. There we go. No matter how many of us, TP has called it, Rebirth is the Ryan Johnson TLOJ bad part of the FF7 remake. I think Nomura should continue with the idea this is a sequel to the compilation and go in a new direction and not cave to those who want to game to be as close to the OG. Columbine Kid says, I hope they reveal some of the large environments we might be able to explore. That would be cool. Although, they, correct me if I'm wrong, they haven't really done that for Final Fantasy 16 either, have they? Like, they really haven't shown you too much of the large environments, but I know that, oh, here we go. Large environments were one of the things that people were hoping for in Rebirth. And in terms of what you said, Troubadour, you know, not caving into just making a remake of the, or a remaster of the OG. What they said about, you know, playing a game that is simply a remaster of something you've played before, I can kind of agree with that, because so far with Crisis Core Reunion, I started playing that right when it came out, and I have not finished it yet, and the big reason for that was because God of War Ragnarok took up all my time. Back plate is up there. And I have yet to get back to Rebirth, or I mean Reunion. 99%. And so if they had, you know, did what a lot of the fans wanted, which was just a word-for-word remake of the original game, it would have caused a lot of people to... It definitely wouldn't be getting as much press and publicity and theory crafting as it would have, or as it has now, that because they've changed so much. And whether you like the changes or not, I do think certain changes were necessary in order to get us to feel this way for the remake and for, you know, wanting to play this game. And I think we can all still agree that, you know, the OG did certain things better, but still appreciate remake for what it is as well. BT Dub, the book The Kids Are Alright is pretty dark. Okay. I pre-ordered Tale of Two Pasts on Amazon, and the seller has been delayed in getting the book, so I should be getting it like at the end of March, I want to say, but I haven't read The Kids Are Alright. Alright, I gotta check this menu. What have we cleaned? Everything's clean, everything's clean. We've got... Damn. Mark 99 arm launchers. Okay, so one of the arm launchers, shoulder plates, tail casing, okay, and claw wrists. Alright, so that's up front. Tail casing, and then we can finally make it to... So which one of these tail casings? That one. That one. Got it. So, and I know that there are translations of Tale of Two Pasts, but I just want to read... I've read one of the translations for Aerith's part, and I felt that maybe there were some nuances that were being missed because it was much more of a direct translation than maybe a translation where, you know, the creator could be like, hey, you know, this is what I mean in Japanese, you know, try to find a good way of representing it in English. Okay, here we go. We got the little to-do list up here. Claw, wrists, Mark 99 arm launcher. Launcher, arm launcher casing. Okay, looks like it's on the other side. So, yeah, The Kids Are Alright is something that... have they translated that into English? I imagine they have, since it's in one of an older story. Yes, okay. I probably should have gotten that. I got the... Oh yeah, there we go. I did get the remake Ultimania. Sweet. Wrist of the claw is still unclean. Unclean, unclean. Is it this one over here? Yes, it is. But I look forward to reading it all. Well, eventually I will read it all. Got the Ultimania for the remake. Enjoyed it. Wish I'd had a little bit more behind-the-scenes info in there. There are some people who are now saying the closed beta for Ever Crisis probably won't come out until the fall. That is interesting. Whether it's for delay purposes or just because they don't want to release it so close to Final Fantasy 16, that would make sense to me. Shoulder plate must be the one on the other side. Because, and they delayed it for 6 months. 6 months is a long time to delay a mobile game like that. Yeah, absolutely, 100% put it on PC. That's it, where's the dirt? Oh my god, it's complete. It's complete, alright. Oh my god, it took so long. I think all in all this took me... What are we at here? Yeah, this thing took me 2 hours to clean. because I was cleaning this for like an hour yesterday. Heidegger. Let me try to do my best Heidegger voice. Ha 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 ha. As I suspected, not even a fleck of paint out of place. I couldn't ask for better conditions in which to present this to Hojo. Perhaps that smug hack needs to spend more time ensuring his specimen's combat capabilities and less turning them into macabre monstrosities. Either way, I shall relish the look on his face when I break the news. Alright, so, continue, and 7th Heaven. Let's see what we got here. We've been having lots of trouble with Don Corneo and his grunts for a while, but last night took it to a whole other level. They stormed into 7th Heaven unannounced, ordered the entire menu twice over, and proceeded to spill it on every possible surface. I would have beaten the snot out of every one of those thugs right then and there, but then we'd have a lot more trouble on our hands than a few small-time gangsters. Anyway, my friend's daughter, Marlene, has been hanging out here a lot, so I want the place squeaky clean for her. I do it myself, but it's almost 0 hour on a job I've got over in Sector 1, so I need the speed of a pro. I'd really appreciate it if you could get the bar looking good as new. Thanks. Job in Sector 1. She didn't go on the job in Sector 1. I don't get that. Anyway. Oh, you are approaching me. Sounds like JoJo villain dialogue. Also, is SE really wants to make money? They should remake Before Crisis in the remake style. They could do it in DLCs using season passes and call it Before Crisis Chronicles of the Turks. I really think they're going to mainly focus it on the Ever Crisis. You know, they're going to put it in Ever Crisis. And I know the devs so far have not... Oh my god. Wow. Okay, so Tifa never went on a job in Sector 1, so I feel like that's a typo on their part. But whatever. If you're cool and you don't want to wait till console, please play it on PC. Ever Crisis right now is only going on mobile, like mobile devices. They haven't announced whether it'll be on PC or not, but I theorized that the reason they had to hold it off for over 6 months is because they were going to make a PC version of it because of how the First Soldier performed. It's so upsetting to see the bar looking like this. Ooh, let's... The failure of First Soldier should have sent a message to SE, putting on the Ritz. Tifa says, I know it's not the fanciest, but it's like home to us and our regulars. A place for people to go homemade to... Oh, well. We can look at the messages later. Hold on a second. We gotta do something fun here. Alright, so hold on a second. Oh, hey. It's Barrett's gun arm. Hold on. There's bioresidue and mud on it. Dried stains, bioresidue and grime. It would be nice if they would open up the basement in 7th Heaven and the upstairs apartment. Let's see here. We got nothing here. You can see the outline. And of course the hydraulics. Let me see. Let's see if the flower is here. And it is not. Which makes sense. Even though Tifa never went on a job in Sector 1, she was still at the bar, but whatever. Yeah, I think they're only going to give us access. Let's see if the pictures are from the OG. Oh, it's the same pictures. I think those are the same pictures from the OG. But yeah, anyway, but Ever Crisis absolutely should go to PC if nothing else. Confirmed Barrett picked his nose with the gun arm. What a Chad. Yes. Hey, frame pictures cleaned. Alright, no flour. Obviously because they're talking about the Sector 1 mission. Seventh Heaven, welcome. Welcome there, Tifa. Let's clean this area up so Marlene has a nice clean place to hide. What's on the menu today? I feel like this is a better resolution than what was in the actual game. Like, this is really clear. Spriker Soda Star, coffee drinks, milk, coconut, snack enjoy special day drink. Alright. Snack without a C. I'm gonna assume that's a brand name. Oh, but anyway. No, wait, let's find the other pictures here. It's in neon after you clean it. It's in neon. Alright. I'm actually kind of enjoying this. Let's clean off Marlene's pictures. There's another shot. Look at that. From the OG. Well, I must say that's more low-res than the door in the PS4 version. Oh, wow. Alright, other pictures. They actually have the prices of the menu of all the food they sell. I wish I had the information when I was writing my Biggs and Wedge fanfic. I have a chapter where Tifa is running the bar and Barrett is cooking and Johnny is waiting tables. What? I cannot imagine Johnny waiting tables. He seems too spastic for that. Look at that picture right there. Very good. Very good. I didn't pay attention to the prices. Did they? No, not on that one. Maybe up there. Oh, yeah. Daily plate, 500. Ice cream. Lemon cake, cheesecake, scones. Man, they had a lot of good stuff here. Barrett is cooking. It's the second day while Cloud, Biggs, and Wedge are on a mission, and he screws up constantly, pissing Barrett off, making him yell. Okay, that sounds like Johnny. Let's see here. Hot coffee, tea, hot chocolate, cold. Let's see. Is that? Oh, man. I don't know why I keep pressing that. What's this? Serving trays. Interesting. Final Heaven, LOC 053. He gets orders wrong and Barrett threatens to take it out of his pay, wasting all that food. Yeah. Don't blame him. Oh, hey, here's the TV. Anything else? Chocobo shows Saturday and Sunday, 8 a.m. to 12 p.m. a.m. Wait. 8 a.m. to 12 a.m. Okay. Station Edge Building, Sector 8, parking structure. Interesting. The first day Jessie, despite her leg waits tables, and Marl helps and waits too. Okay. The first day goes smooth. Then Wedge dies because Wedge always dies in FF, even if fanfics. No one dies in my fanfic, Stockmore. Tomato. Alright. Playing around here. Did we have... Oh yeah, there's the Buster Sword. I was like, wait a second. What a shame. It's an added chapter fanfic right before the Reactor 5 mission. Yeah, so no one would die at that point. Understood. Alright. The toilet door plaque cleared. Handle cleared. Stool not cleared. Radio. Yes, radio. The lamp. What's this sign? We like to chill at a cafe. Can't tell what that is. All right. Oh wow. A lot of places to place the ladder. I'll just put it right there for now. Biggs, Wedge, and Cloud go to meet up with the Avalanche branch in Sector 4, and it takes a bit to get there. The main branch want to know what Barrett is planning since they saved Wedge the night before. I mean, you're writing it. You could have anyone die in it. You could have Hitler die. Oh my god. You're not wrong, Stockmore. But you also ain't right. GoldenEye mode, got the dartboard. Is the leaderboard up here? The leaderboard is not here? Doesn't appear to be? Alright, hold on. Ironically, everyone except Hitler kills Hitler. Okay, this is totally off topic, but Stockmore, have you seen Love, Death, and Robots? Because there is an episode where they explore alternate realities in which Hitler dies in different ways. Pizza. It's totally inefficient with this gun. I got it. Neon sign. Alright, here we go. We've got a huge area to draw with here. I'm going to attempt to draw a Buster Sword. Right here. The issue, Locke, is that I wrote it in the remake Continuum, adding a chapter where Biggs and Wedge and Cloud travels through the Sector 4 to meet with the main branch since Barrett refuses to do so. Okay. Alright, Buster Sword right here. There's the handle. Oh, this is going to be difficult. That's the hilt right there. Okay. Oh my gosh. And materia slots. And you have a Buster Sword. Alright. Somebody give me something else to draw. In the meantime, Merle informs Tifa that the Shinra tax collector is coming at the end of the weekend and that they need to have the money to pay the taxes. Okay. Somebody give me something else to draw. I will draw it. Where should I draw it? Buster Sword right here. I can draw it like right here, or maybe... There's a lot of places to draw here. There's a lot of places to draw. Somebody give me something to draw. Finish cleaning this off. Draw Yuffie's shuriken, alright? There is bioresidue, rust, and grime on the Buster Sword. Not good. Not good. Oh, gosh. Like seizure-worthy. Angeal would be ashamed. Draw a Moogle. Okay. Yuffie's shuriken, a Moogle. Let's see. That'd be harder to draw right there. I'm gonna make this super simple. Oh, that's already sloppy. Hold on. Bioresidue on the sword. Wow, super gross. Yeah. Wonder where that came from. This is worse. I also wrote a fanfic adding a middle chapter for intermission for Yuffie. Okay. Oh, this is looking bad. It's going to be so unproportional. Alright, shuriken. That is shuriken that has been ran over by something large. And you know what? From this angle, it almost looks proportional with those two, but then you move over here, and it is even more wonky. Alright. Oh man, handprints. Ew, gross. I don't want to think about it. Alright, I expanded a bit with Neo, Jijin, bless me, Polk and Billy Bob, and actually had Jija, I can't remember exactly, join the party of the middle chapter mission Yuffie and Sonon get requested to help. Okay. They don't explain what kind of bioresidue is on the sword, but they kind of not so subtly don't say blood. Yeah, totally agreed there. It's PG-13 blood. It's just biomass. Alright, a Moogle. This is going to be harder. I'm going to butcher this Moogle. I want to see a picture of a Moogle. All right. That'll do. All right. We got a picture. We got a picture. Imagine RE4, nothing but violence and gore. I would love it. You know, when Remake came out on PC, the first things that happened were thick Tifa and other kind of skimpy outfits. I would love it if someone with the know-how would have made an M-rated version, like mod for Final Fantasy. Okay, starting with the pom-pom. We'll start with the head. I would also love it if someone did a comedy pass on Remake as well. And start with the pom-pom. So a short Napoleon Man 2? Oh, yeah. You mean with the bodies and blood and Red 13 saying this leads up? Yes, absolutely. Okay, so blood in that section. Blood when Biggs and Jesse die. I'm trying to think of what else. I thought of a bunch of other things. Maybe more severe scrapes when you get to play as Aerith and she falls down. Let's see. All right, here's the Moogle's nose. Oh, that's horrible. Its eyes. I remember playing that for the first time, and the music was very unnerving, and that part was actually kind of creepy, not knowing what we were going to find. Absolutely. And I'll definitely agree. That's one thing, and I think most people agree with this. That's one thing that people, whether they loved Remake or hated Remake, agree that the OG did that better. And I get the limitations. They wanted to make it teen rated, and they just that's just the way that the rating system is nowadays. Sort of like a plush Moogle right here. There it is. Oh, it's so beautiful. It looks more like Bomberman. Anyway, what if they all just had raspberry jam in their pockets and they're not dead and it isn't blood? Yeah, there you go. I like that. Yes, I think that part should not have been changed. 16 looks like it will escape the censorship, absolutely. And they'll all just get very sleepy. It was funny. I had some stream. I love to watch the. Oh man! Once again, you have to look at it from a certain perspective. I enjoy watching blind playthroughs of Remake to see what people who have never played the game, how they experience it. And I already lost my train of thought. But some of them commented on, oh yeah, I remember now. Some of them were like, I don't see any blood. Maybe they're just unconscious. That kind of thing. And I'm looking at them like, nope. They're DED. I also like the, the argument, why didn't they just give him a Phoenix Down? Oh, well, Phoenix Down cures unconsciousness, not death. Why would you make a blind person play a video? Oh my god. That's cruel. Good grief. Hey, we're 5% done with this. Oh yeah. What do we got back here? Grime and grease. Stove hood. Grease and grime. So you said you were in the National Guard. Have you ever heard of random stairs appearing in national parks? There are interesting stories of those popping up. Random stairs. Josh is 5% done in game, but 100% done with my jokes. Oh man. You, Lock Sockmore, you do not hold back. And I know exactly why you don't hold back. I know you. But no, I haven't heard about the random stairs showing up in national parks. I'm not even sure what that... I haven't heard anything about it. I really do like that they left these pictures in PowerWash Simulator. A box cleaned. Back door. Back room door, okay. Alright, you guys tell me, is this like ASMR? Like, I'm enjoying doing this because I have people to talk to, but I did play this a while ago, earlier today and yesterday, and I'm not gonna lie, it was relaxing, but at the same time, I was like going to go to sleep. Some videos claim that these random stairs may be portal to a parallel universe. Look up the stories. They're interesting, even though they aren't proven. Oh, of course. Wait, whatever. There we go. Hold on. Okay, I'm done. Good grief, when you first start off in this level, everywhere. Like, do the people who like watching pimple popping videos like playing games like this? Oh my gosh. Hey, we got something. Wow. I was hoping they would do a spin-off Tifa game starting with her recovery from Tales of Two Past, and the objective of the game would be for her to make enough money to buy Seventh Heaven. Ah. No telling, though. There's still time. Let's clean off Barrett's gun. Let's clean off the boogers. Wow. Was it metal? Okay. Now I want to just build a set of stairs and drop them off in a forest. That'd be creepy. I'm down with that. Let's do it. There we go. All right. There we go. All right. That would be funny. Yeah. And you know, it'd be funny if those other stairs that were being dropped off in national parks were just pranks as well. Pathway to another dimension would be more interesting, though. Creepypasta, yeah. Oh yeah, look at that percentage going up now. Bull pinball. I'm telling you, man, the textures in PowerWash Simulator surpassing Final Fantasy VII Remake. Lock, stock, more. You thinking about getting this game now that you've seen this intense playthrough? BT-Dub, have you ever heard of the story of the man from Torrid, a supposed true story from the Japanese government of a man from a parallel universe? Nope, never heard of it. Sounds interesting, though. My entire body is physically disgusted with this game. No thanks. But dude, there's a campaign mode. Oh, I'm sorry, it's a career mode. It's career mode. Yeah, he had a passport from a nation that didn't exist. When the Japanese asked him to point on the globe where Torrid was, he pointed between France and Spain. Then they locked him in a hotel room. That's a cool story. Whether it's true or not, it's still cool. Or more creepypasta, you know? Many floors above ground, and the next day he simply vanished, possibly back to his universe. Okay. Sink cleaned. Marlene can do the dishes. Are there glasses over here? So Marlene can mix up drinks like in the OG? I'll just clean these cabinets. Hell yeah. Tifa. I would have loved to punch those goons right in their dumb faces. Probably would have even have needed any... Probably wouldn't even have needed materia. Speaking of which, you do know about materia and Mako, right? They're not trying to sell this game. Just think in a mirror universe where Andorra is in Europe, the nation Torrid exists. Ugh, that's crazy. Mako's the life force of our planet and every living thing on it. Lockstockmore, because this is the bane of your existence, I vow to play this on stream again every Saturday. That's a lie. Mako is a shark. Oh man. BTW, the interesting thing is Stephen Hawking last thesis was based on the multiverse theory being a real thing. That would be insane. The possibilities right there. Wait. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we're getting close to the end here. I know we didn't get to clean all of the Seventh Heaven, but we did get to at least get to Seventh Heaven and have a little bit of fun and have a few conversations. Well, he was wrong on the black hole thing. So let me know what you guys thought of PowerWash Simulator, especially if you think like it's an ASMR game or what have you, or you know, do you think it's actually something that like I said, when this first came out, I was just like, what? And then they came out with the Midgar stuff and I was like, wait, how'd they do that? Oh, Square Enix helped publish this game. But yeah, so certainly some things that, some other videos that I want to discuss, make are absolutely the punk genre of Final Fantasy VII. Probably a short video talking about things that even people who have played through the game multiple times may have missed. You promised Seventh Heaven. This is Fourth Heaven at best. Yeah, hold on. Let me get the horror theme going. Well, that's the thing with science, Locke. Science is meant to be debated and questioned. Yeah, true statement. But yeah, definitely want to discuss more of maybe just a short video talking about what Aerith's role is in the remake series. Also gonna want to make a video talking about what's going to be left for the third installment. What's going to be left for whatever the final version is called of our remake trilogy. And there's actually still a lot. Like, a lot of people were like, man, if they make it all the way to the Northern Crater, what's going to be left for Part 3? Still a lot left for Part 3. Also, you being in the National Guard, have you ever heard of the Philadelphia experiment? Philadelphia experiment. I don't think so. And clean everything except for the Moogle and the swords and the shuriken. But no, I don't think I've heard of the Philadelphia experiment. You'd actually be surprised at like some of the things that we really just haven't heard of, even though, yeah, we're in the National Guard. You should look that up. Very interesting stuff that was declassified due to the Information Freedom Act. Okay, cool. I'll definitely look that up. Well, guys, I think I'm going to call it here. Thanks for joining me. Thanks for chatting with me, as long as y'all have. And, yeah, definitely let me know your thoughts on all the stuff we discussed during this video. And definitely stay tuned for more board game and video game videos. In Part 3, Sephiroth and Cloud get into a baking competition. Cloud's Omni cupcakes win. Petrichor. The devs stated they were considering the remake only 2 parts, so do you think they will add a lot more with Part 3, or will they just stretch out everything? It really depends on what they do at the end of Part 2, but there's still, I think they can really not necessarily improve upon, but expand upon the things that happen in Part 3, and there still is a lot left in Part 3 of the game, or after the Northern Craters part, where you and then you end up captured by Shinra. So Petrichor definitely think that there are going to be new elements, but I would say they could, if they want to make it longer than remake, they are going to add a lot of stuff to it. Hopefully a lot of cool stuff, and a lot of side quests and stuff. I've been playing Octopath 2 while chatting too. I think Part 3 may go beyond the scope of what the OG story length and go into the future. Always a possibility. They're going to stretch and go off the rails. That's my prediction. Yeah, definitely. Well, guys, thank you so much for joining me. I am going to end it here, but once again, lots of good conversations, and I definitely appreciate y'all's time. But yeah, so I am working on editing a couple of Final Fantasy VII involved videos, but of course, working on live streams and stuff like that definitely is hard. Merci beaucoup et bonne nuit. I guess that means, wait, goodbye? Until next time? But anyway, check you guys next time.